The cross, the cost, and the calling. Why true leadership looks like dying first. There's a kind of leadership the world applauds. It's loud, polished, and performance-driven. It's the highlight reel, the LinkedIn-worthy wins, the stage lights and microphone moments. And then there's the kind of leadership Jesus modeled. It's quiet, unseen, costly. It's carrying a cross up a hill you didn't choose, but choosing it anyway. Let's get brutally honest. Matthew 16:24 is not a motivational quote. It's not cute or comforting. It's disruptive. It's the kind of verse that, if you really internalize it, will dismantle your definition of success and rebuild it from the inside out. If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Matthew 16:24. This is the roadmap of every disciple, but it's also the blueprint of every truly transformational leader. Let's unpack that. Denying yourself is the starting line, not the finish line. The call to deny yourself runs head-on into everything our culture celebrates: self-promotion, self-expression, self-importance. But Jesus isn't asking us to destroy ourselves. He's calling us to dethrone ourselves. To deny yourself is to say, my desires aren't ultimate. My plans aren't God. It's the spiritual equivalent of stepping out of the driver's seat, handing Jesus the keys, and saying, wherever you lead, I'll go, even if it means I don't like the destination. This kind of surrender is not a one-time transaction. It's a daily declaration. In business, this could look like letting go of the need to always be right, so you can truly hear your team. It might mean choosing integrity over advancement, honoring people over performance. Relationally, it's being willing to take the first step toward forgiveness, even when your pride says, they should come to me first. Self-denial is where deep leadership begins. Because until you can lead yourself with discipline and humility, you have no business leading others. The cross isn't a burden, it's a choice. Jesus doesn't say, if you happen to stumble across a cross, carry it. No, he says, take up your cross. That's agency. The cross is not about random suffering or life being hard. It's not your job you don't like, your annoying coworker, or the flat tire on Monday morning. No, the cross is whatever you must lay down to say yes to Jesus' path instead of your own. In a professional context, your cross may be stepping away from something that makes you look successful, but secretly violates your values. Or it might be stepping into something terrifying, like launching the thing, speaking the truth, or starting over, because you sense God is leading you there. Here's the hard truth. The cross always feels like loss before it feels like gain. But the deeper truth? Everything that dies on the cross makes space for something more alive to rise in its place. Every time. Following Jesus isn't a weekend vibe. It's a whole life strategy. Jesus didn't say, believe in me. Not here. He said, follow me. Following implies pursuit, proximity, patterning. You can't follow someone from a distance and expect transformation. You can't pattern your life after Christ while also holding tight to cultural definitions of success, hustle, and identity. Something has to give. Something must be surrendered. Professionally, this means your faith can't be an accessory. It's not your Sunday suit. It's your business strategy. It's your leadership philosophy. It's your culture code. Faith should shape how you hire, how you coach, how you apologize, how you sell, how you say no. It should bleed into your brand and your boardroom, not through Bible verses on the website, but through courageous decisions, compassionate leadership, and integrity when no one's watching. In your personal life, following Jesus means asking not just, "What do I want to do?" but, "What is he asking of me?" And when those questions lead you to uncomfortable answers, like reconciling with someone who hurt you, giving away money you plan to keep, or waiting when you'd rather run, you follow anyway, because he's worth it. The greatest leaders bleed first. Here's a truth you won't hear in most business books. Leadership is a form of crucifixion, not in a victimized, poor me way. In a "I'll go first" kind of way. Great leaders carry the weight others avoid. They die to comfort so others can flourish. They sacrifice preference so the team can win. They choose what's right over what's easy again and again. Jesus didn't call people into leadership with perks. He called them with a cross. And yet, he also modeled that resurrection always follows. So yes, there will be days when following Christ in life and business will cost you deeply. It will feel like dying. It will feel like losing. But you are not losing. You're planting. And what you sow in surrender, you will reap in abundance. Anchor points to carry into the field. Let these truths guide your decisions this week. The cross costs everything, but life with Jesus gives more than you could ever lose. Denying yourself is not about less value. It's about greater purpose. Success without surrender will always be hollow. While immediate pleasure fades, only Jesus satisfies. These aren't slogans. They're spiritual GPS coordinates. So, what now? Take a brutally honest inventory. What are you still holding on to that keeps you from full surrender? What cross have you been avoiding because it feels too heavy, too risky, or too painful? Where are you following Jesus from a distance instead of walking in his steps? It's time to pick up the cross. Not because you love pain, but because you love him. Not because you're trying to earn anything, but because you've already been given everything. Jesus is still calling leaders not to build empires, but to build the kingdom. And it starts by dying first. Are you ready to carry your cross?